Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. This is of course going to be my WWE pay-per-view predictions for 2017 Royal Rumble. And I'm really hyped for this. I'm always really looking forward to the Royal Rumble match. It's only a once a year thing. And the Royal Rumble's really, it's really exciting. You're always wondering who's going to come out next. And there's always a great deal of excitement. You don't know who's going to return. It could be quite a few surprise entries. And overall I just think it's really exciting. So 2017 Royal Rumble. I think the show looks okay. Obviously you got the Royal Rumble match, but the other matches on the card look pretty damn good as well. I think overall this could be a really good show. So let's hope WWE, really puts on a good show tonight. So start off with the kickoff matches. We've got 3 kickoff matches, and the first one we've got is Sasha Banks taking on Nia Jax. Due to Sasha Banks' quite rubbish pay-per-view record recently, I don't think she's going to win this match. They're kind of building up Nia Jax to be a bit of a monster in the women's division. So I just don't really think Sasha Banks is really doing much now. If WWE were wanting to do something with Sasha Banks, I think they would have had her, actually, defend the women's title against Charlotte, but just kept losing it over and over again at pay-per-views. So that reason I just think Sasha Banks will end up just getting destroyed here by Nia Jax. Like I say, they're building up Nia Jax, and I like Nia Jax. I wasn't really a big fan of her in NXT. I'm actually really starting to like her now. I think she's got potential to be like a really good, women's wrestler. She looks like a monster. She looks like she could destroy, women basically. So I really like what they're doing with Nia Jax. I'm still pulling for Sasha Banks because I'm a big Sasha Banks fan. But yeah, just due to a really rubbish pay-per-view record recently, I'm going to go for Nia Jax to get the win here. Next we've got the Raw Tag Team Championship match between the Raw Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Sheamus taking on the Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I don't think they'll switch the titles on the kickoff show. I feel like, again, if they wanted to give the titles to the Club, they would probably have done it already. Because I've had so many title matches against the New Day, it's quite unbelievable. And I've quite a few times expected them maybe to beat the New Day, but they always ended up losing. And for them to win it on the kickoff show, it just wouldn't feel right. I don't think title changes on the kickoff show is a good idea. If you're going to win the titles, I'd say you want to win the title on the main card. So for that reason alone, I do think Sheamus and Cesaro will defend and retain the tag team titles. So that's my prediction. Who am I supporting? I like them both, but I'm actually kind of liking the Cesaro and Sheamus team. So yeah, I don't want the Club to win it on a kickoff show. I do want the Club to win the titles, but not on the kickoff show. I think if they're going to win the titles, have it either on Raw or on a pay-per-view main card. So yeah, I'm going to be supporting probably Sheamus and Cesaro as well, even though I like both teams, but like I say, I don't think it'll change hands on the kickoff. Next we have a 6 women's tag team match. We've got the team of Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella and Naomi taking on the team of Alexa Bliss, Mickie James and Natalya. I'm kind of liking how they brought Mickie James back. I've never really been a big, Mickie James fan. I don't know, some reason I've never really liked her too much. But I'm still glad they brought her back, because she's still a talent. It's just good to have on the roster. Obviously a big Alexa Bliss fan, but I'm not really a huge Natalya fan either. So yeah, that team for me is a bit mixed. And the other team for me is kind of mixed as well. Becky Lynch, a big fan of Becky Lynch. Don't really like Nikki Bella. I find her kind of annoying. Naomi's alright. She's got a good entrance, but that's about it, to be honest. Feel the glow. I'm not really feeling the glow. I like the entrance, like I say, but apart from that, I'm just not really that into Naomi. So for me, these two teams are very mixed. I'm not really a big fan. If on Alexa Bliss's team, instead of Natalya, if it had Carmella, that would have been a whole different story, because I'm a big fan of Carmella as well. I think she's, again, a real good talent. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm probably going to support Alexa Bliss's team just because I'm a big Alexa Bliss fan. But yeah, I think they'll probably give the win to Team Nikki Bella or Team Becky Lynch, whoever's team it is, whoever the leader is. Yeah, I think Becky Lynch's team will win anyway. I think I'm going to be supporting Alexa Bliss's team because I'm a big fan of Alexa Bliss. But yeah, I think Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch, Naomi will get the win. I'm not really that interested, to be honest. It just seems like a thrown together match. So the first match on the main card, we have the WWE Cruiserweight Champion Rich Swann taking on Neville. Thank God WWE's doing something with Neville. Neville looks really good as a heel. You know, I really like the new Neville. The new Neville's bloody awesome. You know, it's quite funny to listen to on the mic. You know, he kind of, I guess, over-exaggerates things and stuff, but he's really funny on the mic. And he just looks like a bit of a badass. You know, I've always been a big fan of Neville, and I was really sad, you know, when WWE weren't really doing much with Neville. So really liking the new Neville. Rich Swann, he's all right in the ring. You know, his theme's all right, like a dancing gimmick or some crap like that. I think they've got to give the title to Neville. I think the Cruiserweight division's quite stale, but Neville is a real interesting character. Like I say, I really liking what they're doing with Neville. So I really think they should give Neville the Cruiserweight Championship, and definitely supporting Neville. I'm a huge Neville fan, and yeah, this was probably the best thing that could happen to Neville. You know, change the gimmick. So yeah, supporting Neville. Neville, he's got to win, surely. Sure, we've got to win. Next, we've got the Raw Women's Championship match. We've got, of course, the champion Charlotte Flair taking on Bayley. I don't know. I don't think Bayley's going to win this one. I'd like to see Bayley win it because I'm a big Bayley fan as well. I think she's quite a fun character. But due to the fact that Charlotte Flair's got such a big, you know, a great, you know, pay-per-view record, it's really bloody strong actually. You know. So I just don't think she'll end up losing the women's title to Bayley, especially not so soon after this whole feud with Sasha Banks, and then, you know, finally came out with the championship in the end, at the end of the feud. I just don't think she'll lose it already. So yeah, I'm supporting Bayley because, like, I like Bayley. I'm not really that into Charlotte. I think she's just doing her job as, you know, as a heel. You know, she's getting some heat. She's being hated and stuff, which you kind of want from a heel, I guess. So it's kind of working, but yeah, I just don't like Charlotte. So I'm supporting Bayley, but yeah, I just don't think the title will change hands. So yeah, prediction, Charlotte to win. Next, we have got the WWE Universal Championship match between the WWE Universal Champion Kevin Owens taking on Roman Reigns. Let's see this. We've got a no disqualification match with Chris Jericho suspended above the ring in a shark cage. Very interesting stipulation. I think he'll probably get out. I don't know how, but I think he'll find a way to get out and put Roman Reigns on his list. Yeah, this whole friendship thing between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho has been absolutely tremendous. It's really bloody entertaining. I wouldn't say Kevin Owens has had the best title run. It's kind of like a bit of a joke of a title run. But it's funny, you know, it's really funny. Like I say, I really like Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. I think if it loses to Roman Reigns, there's going to be a big, you know, there's going to be a lot of booing, there's going to be a lot of hate being thrown towards WWE. So I just don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll have Roman Reigns win. You know, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one to predict, but I do think Kevin Owens will retain. I don't know how, but I do think he'll retain. No disqualification match. I wouldn't be surprised if people get involved. I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Jericho escapes. I wouldn't be surprised if Seth Rollins comes in. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Triple H comes in, because, you know, there's still the possibility of Seth Rollins and Triple H having a feud at some point, maybe up to WrestleMania or something. So, you know, all that could happen. It could be really eventful. But overall, I do think Kevin Owens will retain the title, and of course supporting Kevin Owens as well. And like I say, Chris Jericho, he'll find a way to escape. I'm sure he will. And it's just going to be really entertaining to see him in the shark cage above the ring. It's going to be really bloody funny, actually. So, yeah, for entertainment alone, I'm looking forward to this match. So, but yeah, Kevin Owens to retain as well. I'm supporting him as well. I just don't think it's best for business for him to lose the title already. So, not to Roman anyway. Next match we have is the WWE Championship match between the WWE Champion AJ Styles taking on John Cena. This is a really difficult one to predict. I'm really not sure what way this is going. From what I've heard, most people are saying Super Cena's going to win. But I'm not sure, guys. I'm really not sure. It's, like I say, really difficult. But for who I'm picking to win the Royal Rumble, I think AJ Styles might retain. We'll get to that as I get to the Royal Rumble prediction, but I do think AJ Styles might retain. Like I say, it's a really difficult one to predict. It could go either way. But who I'm predicting to win the Rumble kind of influences who I think is going to win this match. So who I think is going to win, I think it's going to be AJ Styles. Like I say, really difficult. I'm definitely supporting AJ Styles. So yeah, I'm going to go AJ Styles. It's, again, like I say, it's not a common choice because a lot of people, most people I've heard seem to say John Cena. But yeah, I think it'll be a good match, and I think AJ Styles might end up picking up the win. There'll be AAs all over the place, and Styles clashes all over the place and stuff. There'll be kick out of loads and loads of finishers maybe. But yeah, I think AJ will win. I do think AJ will retain and go on to face the Royal Rumble winner. So yeah, let's just get on to the Rumble now, shall we, guys? I'm really excited to talk about it. So yeah, AJ Styles to win, that's my prediction, and yep, supporting AJ. And that of course brings us to the Royal Rumble. It's a difficult one to predict. I'm really hoping WWE maybe does something, have somebody win that you really don't expect to win. But it's probably going to be somebody that's kind of expected to win. And who I think's going to win is The Undertaker. So for a while there was the rumours of AJ Styles and Undertaker going to be fighting at WrestleMania. It's going to be the phenomenal one versus the Phenom, basically. And even if AJ loses his title, I suppose they could still do that and have Undertaker not win the Rumble. But I just feel like if they're going to do the Phenom versus the phenomenal one, why not make it the world title? That would just make the match even more, tremendous in my opinion. I think it'd be a good match, being a non-title match, don't get me wrong, but having it as a title match would just be, it'd be phenomenal. Cole and AJ, it would just be absolutely bloody phenomenal. So I think they should do that. I really think they should do that. So that's why my prediction for the Royal Rumble, guys, is Undertaker to win. So there's a few other names up there. Obviously Goldberg's a big one, which in my opinion would absolutely flipping suck. I wouldn't be for that. I would absolutely hate Goldberg to win. It'd be absolute crap. I'm going to be supporting people like Baron Corbin. I think if Baron Corbin won, that would be absolutely tremendous. I don't really know what they would do, but if we took a gamble on somebody like Baron Corbin or Braun Strowman would be another one that would be absolutely tremendous if he won. This new Braun Strowman character, he's excellent. He's really good. The crowd are actually starting to cheer for him as well. They're actually kind of getting behind Braun Strowman. So if like Baron Corbin or Braun Strowman won, that for me that would be tremendous. I'd be all for that. Obviously another one being Chris Jericho. Maybe win the Rumble and then take on, go against Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Have their friendship, totally, break down, and then end up hating each other. And I think that would be quite an interesting rivalry. Another possibility is Finn Balor to return and reclaim his place and get the championship. Obviously he never lost the championship. He had to hand it over because of his injury. So yeah, it's a possibility that Finn Balor might come back and win. I'm trying to think of any other names that could be up there. Bray Wyatt maybe, that would be an interesting choice. Bray Wyatt. Don't think it'll happen. If I'm being totally honest, but yeah, Bray Wyatt to win would be quite interesting. Who else? The Miz, maybe? The Miz would be another interesting choice. There's a few interesting choices out there that I think would be really fantastic. But I think WWE will probably end up playing it safe and going for somebody like Undertaker or, God forbid, Goldberg. So yeah, I do think it's probably going to be between Goldberg and Undertaker, sadly, but I'd love to see them take a chance on Baron Corbin or Braun Strowman. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, prediction wise, I'm saying the Undertaker just because I think they might do the whole Undertaker and AJ Styles thing at WrestleMania. And I'm talking about the bloody Undertaker here, and the lighting just went bloody weird, guys. The sun's disappeared, and look at, I'm in bloody darkness now. Is it a sign, guys? Is it a sign that the Undertaker will win? Can I do something to improve the lighting? No, I can't. We're gone, guys. We're gone. So yeah, Undertaker to win the Rumble. That's my prediction. Like I say, who I want to win the Rumble is somebody like Baron Corbin, or like I say, Braun Strowman, or Chris Jericho. One of them would be absolutely fantastic. But not Goldberg. Definitely not Goldberg. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Sorry, you can hardly see me, guys. I'm really sorry. The sun's gone, and the lighting here it's bloody terrible. So yeah, guys, leave it in the comments below who you think is going to win the Rumble. Are you looking forward to the Rumble? And would you like to see Goldberg win the Rumble? Because I'll just be totally against it. I think it'd be absolutely crap. So I'm really disappearing here now, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it really put on a good show. I mean, I do think they'll put on a good show. You know, it's the Royal Rumble. What can go wrong? Apart from Roman Reigns. So, but anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry about the lighting. And yeah, catch you all later. Enjoy the show.